HR 38, this is something else that people are talking about a lot. HR 38, CCW Reciprocity introduced. Don't get excited yet.
People talk a lot about it. I don't think they realize the reality on the back end of it, of the world movement that would need to happen for this to be real.
So let's talk about why I don't think you should get excited, because everybody is. And look, I want it to happen. I'm all for CCW reciprocity. But let's look at a couple things. Last time there was a bill talking about CCW reciprocity, we were in the same political situation. You know, the Republicans owned everything. Trump was in office, and it still didn't go through. So that's one reason to not get excited. The other reason to not get excited, there's at least two other reasons. So the second reason to not get excited is the motivation was a little different. There was a lot of pushback on CCWs. And what I mean by that, so functionally, there were a lot of states where there were a handful of states where you couldn't get a CCW, like California. Couldn't get a CCW. So what we were trying to do was get CCW reciprocity, then everybody in California would go get a Utah CCW, and then boom, California would have to honor it. So the motivation was a little bit different. Well, all right, Mike, so what? The motivation is different. Why does that make a difference? Well, here's where I think things get sticky from a legal point of view. The way HR 38 is written is it says, hey, if you got a CCW, everybody has to honor it. That's the way it should be, you know, just like a driver's license. And according to, by the way, Bruin, requiring a CCW is not unconstitutional. It was specifically written in that case. So whether you like CCWs or not, I get it, but the reality is the most pro Second Amendment Supreme Court justice who probably has ever served or at least commented on the Second Amendment wrote in his decision that it is not unconstitutional for you to require a CCW. So there are a number of states that don't require CCWs. You're totally allowed to not require a CCW. Those are constitutional carry states. What are there, 27, 28, maybe even 29 now?
29.
Mm-hmm.
29 states. So now what? Well, the second part of that, of HR 38, and I'm paraphrasing, it basically, first part says, hey, if you have a CCW, everyone has to honor it. Second part is, if you're qualified to carry concealed in your state, every state has to honor that too. So an open carry state like Arizona, it looks like all they would need is like an Arizona driver's license, and then they'd be able to carry in all 50 states, concealed. I'm telling you right now, I would put money and a stake that ain't going to pass. You know, I'm not saying that HR 38 isn't going to pass. It might pass, but not the way it's written currently. I just don't think that the folks serving in office right now have the intestinal fortitude to pass that. I mean, it in effect will make much of the country constitutional carry. Totally supportive. That's great.
I got a take on that.
Go for it.
I think it's going to be.
Lay it on me.
I think it's going to destroy CCW schemes in the entire country. And I think that's going to happen under equal protection. So somebody can come here from Arizona with a driver's license and carry. I'm a California citizen, and you're making me get a license. That's a violation of equal protection of laws. And so I think that if this passes, it's going to destroy CCW schemes in every other state.
So I 100% agree with you, and that's why I don't think it's going to pass. I hope I'm wrong. I hope these folks that we elected in November, I hope the majority, that took over, I hope that I'm totally wrong about them, and they do. But from what I've seen in the past, I just don't have a lot of faith. I hope it passes. I hope it passes in an even better form than it is right now. I want to be crystal clear. I just don't have a lot of faith in elected officials.
If it squeezes through the House, the only way it's going to get through the Senate is through some sort of reconciliation bill, because they're not getting 60 votes on it. And so they're going to have to get it through on reconciliation under 50 votes. And I don't know if they can do that.
As currently written.
As it's currently written, yeah.
And this is kind of a thing that they do. They write a law and say, hey, this is a perfect case scenario. This is everything I want, so that they can negotiate down like, all right, well, it's close to everything I want. I mean, if at the very least they get it to where if you have a CCW, it's recognized by all 50 states, that's a step forward. You know, is that ideal? Is that everything I want? No. But I will be shocked and amazed if H.R. 38 passes in its current state. Anyway.
Don't hold your breath.
I'm not going to hold my breath. All right, that's all you need to know as far as legal and legislative for the week.
All right, that's our legal and legislative segment.
Hey, everybody, thanks for watching. I'm Michael from Gun Owners Radio. If you liked what you saw, please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and make a comment. Help us out. Go to gunownersradio.com. Thanks for watching.